Good morning. It's Saturday, March 21st. It is officially 2 weeks in, day 14. Do you like how there's like this table and 2 chairs there as if anyone else is here but me? Last night, I actually went to bed early and then I woke up in a panic at like 3 a.m. So I doubled up my weighted blankets, so that was like 50 pounds. I know it's not recommended that you have that much weight, but honestly, I don't care and I feel fine, so YOLO. I'm waiting for some water to boil so I can have some oatmeal. Oh, and speaking of water boiling, my finger skin that had got accidentally poured boiling water onto last week, the skin is starting to grow back, so we're doing good. And my groceries come today! My groceries just got delivered. Let's see. Okay, let me tell you a quick little story. When I was in elementary school, that's not Corona, that's because I just inhaled water. When I was in elementary school, all of the elementary schools in our district did this Colonial Days. They literally called it Colonial Days, and you didn't have classes that day, and like you dressed up like you were back in like the colonial period, and you would just do things and eat things during your school day that were colonial. We did things like make corn husk dolls. Literally every time had to do corn husk dolls. This happened every year, and our elementary schools were kindergarten through 5th grade. They didn't do this for kindergarten, but for, I think it was 4th and 5th grade. And if anyone's watching this that also was in my district, like any of my friends, if I'm wrong, just like please comment when we actually did it. I remember doing it more than once. So I think it was 4th and 5th grade, but I don't know. If you have any memory of this, please drop that below. Okay, so you would rotate into different teachers' rooms, and each of them would have a different activity for you to do. So like we made like some sort of like a, I don't know, it was like cornmeal. I honestly don't remember. I remember like eating, it was really bad because there was like no flavor because we had to just eat like the colonials did, and then the corn husk dolls. And then, so in the spirit of Colonial Days, my apartment and the rest of today, well, not the rest of today, but the next bunch of hours is transforming into the Franklin Colonial Days. So get ready. We have so many fun old time activities planned. And by we, I mean me. Let's do it. First, for Colonial Days, we're washing clothes in the tub, yes, because our laundry rooms are closed down. Here we go. We have the detergent, soap, and now I'm gonna throw some clothes in. All right, I got a bunch of stuff in there. Now I'm gonna push it all down to soak it, and then we're gonna agitate it. I pushed it all in. It looks like the water's black. It isn't. It's just that basically all I own is black clothing. I'm gonna let it soak for a couple minutes, and while I do that, I'm going to set up some places where I'm going to hang this stuff to dry. So something that you can do is take a broom, a Swiffer, whatever that has a bar. So in this case, I'm using a Swiffer because I have no more, I can't use it right now because I have no more like cleaning pads for it, and obviously that's sold out everywhere. So we're going to take this, and then you put it in between 2 chairs. So I just took the 2 chairs, hung it between there, and obviously this is like pretty low to the ground, so I'm just gonna put on stuff on there that won't hit the ground. Wow, the smell is so strong of detergent, but we're getting there. Here's what else I'm gonna use to dry. So at the top of my shower, I'm gonna be hanging some stuff there, and then I also have this towel bar that I'm gonna be using both sides for, and that can hold a little bit heavier. All right, let's agitate this. Let's really act like a washing machine. So you can do this in a tub, you can do it in the sink. You just want to make sure that you're moving it around. I'm gonna let that sit. Then it's time to rinse. Now, taking them out, I'm gonna rinse them one at a time and hang them up. Okay, I am exhausted. I forgot how, like, my arms are shaking, my hands are shaking because I cannot overstate this enough how much you have to wring this stuff out. And I did all my sweats first because I figured I would have like the most strength now and that would require the most. Oh my God. I had to take a break because I need water. I'm dripping sweat. It's not even that hot. But I've gotten 2, 3, 4, 6 articles of clothing done and I either have 3 or 4 more in the tub, but I need to like get some water because I'm so sweaty. There's 2 pairs of sweatpants, 2 sweatshirts, and sweatpants are so much easier than sweatshirts. I'm in a sports bra. I have these cut-off sweats on, pulled all the way up because your girl hasn't been to the gym in some time. So I'm on the last thing to wring out and rinse and hang up, and it's a pair of shorts. So this will be easy. My fingers hurt. I mean, everything is just like, ah! I'm gonna just hang these up and then we're done. Another very important thing is wherever you decide to hang your clothes to dry them, make sure you have a towel underneath or they're on some sort of they're above some sort of a surface that is okay because water is going to drip down from it. So always make sure that you have a towel or something underneath. And there I have a pair of leggings and another hoodie hanging on my Swiffer. And now a colonial poem from Anne Bradstreet. As I with showers oft times refresh the earth, so oft in my excess I cause a dearth, and with abundant wet so cool the ground, by adding cold to cold no fruit proves sound. The farmer and the grazer do complain of rotten sheep, lean kine, and mildewed grain. And with my wasting floods and roaring torrent, the cattle, hay, and corn I sweep down current. Next on tap for Colonial Day is making bread. So there is like no bread at the stores, but that's fine. We're gonna make some. It's gonna be great. We love a good Colonial Day. I need to measure out 1.5 tablespoons of sugar and I have many talents. Many talents. All right, now I'm proofing the dough. The oven is not on, don't be afraid. It is a plastic bowl and plastic wrap over it, but it's proofing, so that is now going to sit there for an hour and it's gonna rise and then I'm gonna punch it down. That's the best part, is like the punch down. Okay, let's see, it's been about an hour. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Paul Hollywood would be so proud of me right now. And now, my favorite part. So I punched it down. I kneaded it again for about 5 minutes, buttered this loaf pan and shoved it in there. Now I'm just covering it. And I'll be back in about a half hour. All right, it's been about a half hour. It has risen quite a bit. I'm actually not going to keep it in this pan because it's not a bread loaf. This is for like, you know, if you're making like banana bread. So I'm going to score this and then I'm going to transfer it to a baking sheet. Obviously it's flatter now because I took it out of the pan. I think with all of the proofs that I did, the 2 proofs were really nice. It had like a really nice body. It should still be fine. It'll be wider instead of, you know, taller, but I don't care. I'm gonna eat it. It doesn't really matter. Gonna leave this. I'll check on it in about a half hour. I think it might be done. Oh, hell yes. I wish you guys could smell this because it smells unbelievable. Okay, this bread, really good. Like, real good. I need to get more flour. There's like no flour though. At any store, I gotta find it. And now, another poem by Anne Bradstreet. If ever two were one, then surely we. If ever man were loved by wife, then thee. If ever wife was happy in a man, compare with me, ye women, if you can. I prize thy love more than whole mines of gold, or all the riches that the East doth hold. My love is such that rivers cannot quench, nor aught but love from thee give recompense. Thy love is such I can no way repay. The heavens reward thee manifold, I pray. Then while we live in love, let's so persevere, that when we live no more, we may live ever. Anne Bradstreet. I'm already in bed, so remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and pass this along to your friends. I will keep doing this as long as we are in quarantine. And maybe at that point I'm just gonna love it so much I just keep doing it. We'll see. But you definitely have more weeks of this ahead. So talk to you tomorrow.